Yes, my dear friends, have you ever used a common noun as a verb? Many people use, especially the educated, learned people who have command over English, often use common nouns as verbs. So I want to know whether my friends use this too or not. From time to time, I use when I speak English or when I write something in English. So I want my friends also to learn the usage of common nouns as verbs. Many common nouns are there which are used as verbs. And if you use them, your English will reach a different dimension. Therefore, it is important for us to learn. I think that you are a bit confused. You are not able to understand how to use a common noun as a verb. So let me give an example which will become clearer to you then. The word say man. Man is a common noun everybody knows. So have you ever seen the usage of man as a verb anywhere? Or have you yourself ever used? If you have used this word man as a verb, or if you know how to use this word man as a verb, please write down in the comment box, because that is the only way we can communicate with each other. But there is another way as well, and that is down below in the description box, you will find my WhatsApp number. If you want to contact me for any question in connection with English, feel free to use that number, WhatsApp number. Communicate with me. Well, if man is used as a verb, the sentence will be somewhat like the space researchers often launch spacecraft into space unmanned. Unmanned. That means there is no human being there in the spacecraft. Say it is remote operated, it is operated remotely from the ground office, control room. So that is unmanned. ED you have added to this, so you understand that it is a verb, it is a use of the word common noun man as a verb. Though in this sentence we have used unmanned, which is past participle. Okay? And another example right at this moment I remember is I, E-Y-E-I. Can you use I as a verb? You know the meaning of the word I? And who doesn't know the word? You're very infancy. When you were a small baby, you learned from your parents or from other people of your family what an I is. But now, I'm willing to know whether you know the use of the word I as a verb. And that is to look at somebody intently. To look at somebody intently. That's the meaning of the word I when used as a verb. For example, he manned the beggar very suspiciously. He eyed the beggar. Very sorry, my dear friends. Forgive me. I got a little confused. He eyed the old beggar, very suspiciously. So that is the example sentence, and I think by now I have been able to make this lesson a little clearer to you before we get into our today's main lesson. And that is also on the usage of common nouns as verbs. That will boost your vocabulary. Well, look at the first one. Before we start on our today's lesson, I would like to request you once again, as I do every day, to watch this video full screen so that you can very easily make out what is written on the whiteboard. All right? So the first one is to surprise or to confuse someone so much that they are unable to think what to say or do next. Sometimes you will see someone asks you a very puzzling question and you get so confused that you do not understand, or you are not able to think of what to do next or what to say next. So there is a common noun to mean this. That noun will not be used as a noun then in that sense the noun will be used as a verb. Can you remember any such word? You know that word. It is not that it's an unknown word. You are very much familiar with the word. Often you use in your daily life. But you use that word as a noun only, never as a verb. Some of you may use that word as a verb if you know this. Today we are going to learn the use of that particular word as a verb. And the word is, let me write down here. The word is floor, F-L-O-O-R, floor. F-L-O-O-R, floor. The word is floor. Floor is a noun. You know that? So in your house you have the floor in every room. So this floor here used as a verb. And it means then to surprise or confuse someone so much that they are unable to think what to say or do next. As someone here, there is someone, confuse someone. Here you see the pronoun they is used. So why do you know? Earlier it was not the rule. Earlier someone was always followed by he or she or his or her. But nowadays because of the problem of the gender bias, because a certain gender may feel a little ignored if you use he, or if you use both he and she. But when you are making a long sentence, a number of times you have to say he or she, and it will hear very odd. For that reason, the grammarians have started using they, the pronoun they. Okay? They refers to here someone. All right, this is not the lesson today. Well, so let's make an example sentence with the word floor. The example sentence is, your puzzling question has absolutely floored me. Has absolutely floored me. That means has confused me so much that I'm unable to think what to say next. I'm floored. I'm absolutely floored. So that's the meaning of the word floor as a verb. Next, move on to number 2. I'm just trying to do in a hurry because I don't want the video to become very long. Number 2, the meaning is to endure or tolerate, to be unwilling to eat something unpleasant. These 3. First one, to endure or to tolerate. Second one. And also it means to be unwilling to eat something unpleasant. So you have to use a common noun as a verb here. What is that common noun? Let me give you a clue. That is an organ of your body. That's a very important organ of your body. That's a common noun. You have to use this common noun here as a verb. Can you guess? Yeah, try, please. When you see the word eat, this word must be a clue to. This word must be able to remind you of something it is associated with. Yeah, that's right. The noun to be used is stomach. S-T-O-M-A-C-H. Let me write down the word. S-T-O-M-A-C-H. Stomach. Stomach means to endure. Stomach is a noun, but here it is used as a verb. It means to endure or to tolerate or to be unwilling to eat something unpleasant. Let's make an example sentence to make the meaning a little more lucid. Well, say for example, His boss has insulted him, but unfortunately he has to stomach the insult. He cannot chat back to his boss. It's not the way. It is not decency. Boss doesn't expect it even. So he has to stomach the insult. He has to endure or tolerate the insult. That is, he has to stomach the insult. And there is another meaning as well, to be unwilling to eat something unpleasant. Let's make an example sentence in which we shall be using stomach to mean this. I can't stomach junk food. Junk food, you know? Food, the roadside food, the spicy foodstuffs. So I can't stomach spicy foodstuffs. So here I have used this word stomach as a verb to mean to be unwilling to eat something unpleasant. All right, let's move on to number 3. And number 3 is to have sexual intercourse with. To have sexual intercourse with. Here we have to write a common noun. And that common noun is also a part of your body. Can you guess? Try. Shall I give you a second clue? If I give you the second clue, it will become crystal clear to you. You have not only one, 206. Yes, that's right. You are right. Exactly. The word is bone. B-O-N-E. Bone. B-O-N-E. The word is bone. To have sexual intercourse with. The common noun bone is used here as a verb. But let me tell you, my dear friends, do not use this word bone to mean this here and there. Why? Because this is an English slang word. It's an informal word. It's a vulgar word. So use this word only when you are talking to your friends. Otherwise, refrain from using this type of words. When you are talking to your seniors or when you are talking to the respectable people, never use the word bone as a verb there. Because the people to whom you are talking are sure to be offended if you use the word bone to mean this. So let's make an example sentence. For fear of contracting STD, sexually transmitted disease, STD, he doesn't bone a prostitute, or he doesn't like to bone promiscuously, bone anybody for that matter. Very sensitive word. Because the example sentence should be carefully thought of. Otherwise, people may get offended. So simply to mean to have sexual intercourse with means bone. So as with is already there, with is a preposition, you know. So after bone, do not use any other preposition, because the preposition is included in the meaning. Let's move on to number 4. And number 4 is to provoke, to irritate, or to annoy. Provoke, you know. At least if you don't know the word provoke, you know the word irritate. Why are you irritating me? Boys, do not irritate the teacher. Do not irritate the teacher. Now I want a common noun here. Common noun, that common noun when used as a verb means this: to provoke, to irritate, or to annoy. Let me write down the word for you. Please, let me give you a clue first. This particular object is very sharp and Of course, every tailor needs that. Do you understand? Yes, very sharp, very pointed, very pointed. And every tailor needs that. Bang on, spot on, my dear friends. It is needle. In EEDLE. NEEDLE, needle. Needle means to provoke. It has been a little carved like this, but don't mind. It is the meaning. Okay, not this one. Lower, not the lower one. Needle. Needle means to provoke, to irritate, or to annoy. Let's make an example sentence. Some naughty schoolboys are trying to needle that poor beggar. Or they're trying to needle that poor old man. Needle. Here used as a verb. Alright? So when you also speak English or you write, this is a very good word, decent word, okay? Alright, it's not that this is an offensive word, nothing of that sort. So if you want to use it on any occasion, you can, as a verb. Number 5, now let's go to number 5. And number 5 is to adulterate, to dilute, or to falsify. Adulterate, do you know the meaning of the word adulterate? To add impurities to add impurities to. For example, mustard oil is often adulterated. We should avoid mustard oil because it is often adulterated. So I think by now you have been able to understand the meaning of the word adulterate. But today, here I need a common noun, which means to adulterate, to dilute, to falsify. Do you need a clue? Yes, let me give you. You need this particular person when you are suffering, when you are sick. Okay, it is absolutely crystal clear to everybody now. Whom do you need when you are suffering from any disease? Yeah, doctor, that's right, exactly. Doctor is a common noun. Doctor is a countable common noun, but here we are using doctor as a verb. D-O-C-T-O-R. Doctor. Doctor. Doctor means to adulterate, to dilute, or to falsify. Let's make an example sentence now. If before me you can make an example sentence, please write down in the comment box. All right? So the word doctor can be used in a sentence like the chief accountant of the company has grossly doctored the balance sheet. Balance sheet, you know, if you are a student of commerce, you must know the word balance sheet. You need not be a student of commerce. Almost everybody knows the words balance sheet. And the chief accountant has doctored the balance sheet, has falsified the balance sheet. That means a few false entries have been put there. And that's why we are saying that the accountant has doctored the balance sheet. All right. So let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is to criticize severely and adversely. To criticize severely and adversely. Here I need a common noun. When used as a verb, this common noun means this, to criticize severely and adversely. Do you want a clue? This is also an organ of your body. Yes, try to guess. Can't guess? Shall I give you the second clue? And if I give you the second clue, instantly you'll be able to make a very fair guess. And that is, it is the largest organ of your body. All right. Those of you who have studied science are very prompt to answer. because you know very well what I mean by saying that the largest organ of the body, this particular common noun is going to be used here, which means to criticize severely and adversely. That's right. Skin, S-K-I-N, skin. S-K-I-N, skin. Skin means to criticize severely and adversely. Let's make an example sentence, and the example sentence is: after the release of the movie, the director of the movie has been skinned by the critics, by the film critics. The director of the movie has been adversely and severely criticized by the critics. So instead of saying criticize, we are using the word skin. He has been skinned. Let's move on to number 7, and that is going to be the last one for this session. To climb to the top of something. To climb to the top of something. That may be a mountain, maybe a hill, maybe a wall. To climb to the top of something. Here I need a common noun. Now this time I'm not going to give you any sort of clue. And I myself do not remember any clue, or I myself not being able to think of any clue that I can give you right at this moment. So I think I have to write that, and you note down in your exercise book. The word is scale. S-C-A-L-E. Scale. Scale means to climb to the top of something. Can you scale this lofty wall? Can you scale this lofty wall? Lofty means tall. Lofty wall. Oh, you are an athlete, so you can easily scale this wall, high wall. So that's the use of the word scale. Scale is scale when used as a verb. It also means to remove the hard skin of something, like fish. Fish has scales, you know. So before cooking the fish, you have to scale the fish very well. That's also a verb when scale is used as a verb. It means that. And otherwise, scale when used as a verb means to climb to the top of something. All right. I think today's video has also not been very small, my dear. It has become very long, and I'm sincerely sorry for that. But please forgive this talkative man. Okay? See you again in the next session, my dear friends. Till then, bye-bye.